Because I'll be honest. I felt like the stoppage was a bit short. And that's your son, so I understand. I felt at the time, I'm like, Kenny Porter owes me $70 for this pay-per-view or something like that. Because I felt like it was a bit early because he did get dropped twice and he was, but I don't think he was hurt to the point where it was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like, oh my God, like, just stop the fight, let the man live to fight another day. I felt like he got dropped twice. He fought a good fight, and I wanted to see how it played out. But again, I understand.
I'm sure you probably wanted to see how it played out, but did it play out like it was playing with Errol Spence? Did it play out like it was playing with Danny Garcia? Did it play out like it was playing with Keith Thurman? Those fights and that fighter, that wasn't the same guy that night.
I see what you're saying. I see, and
so
you know him
I get anyone who would say, oh man, I feel like it got stopped too early or this, that, and other. It's just like what's going on in my house right now. All you can see is what you see right here on this camera. You don't know what else is going on in my house right now. So I knew everything that was going on in his house leading up to that fight.
Yeah.
And so I knew things that other people didn't know. And I'm privy to that information. And I know the fighter. And like I said, we seen Errol land a good shot on him. And he's like, come on, let's go. Right? But you see a lighter shot from this guy, and you're like, something ain't right. Something ain't the same. So taking it out of a fan perspective, yeah, from the fan perspective, they want to rah, 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 keep going and so on and so forth. From my perspective of if this is the guy that I'm normally training and this is the guy that I normally do what I do with, we smashing this guy tonight. This guy is getting smashed tonight, but that's not what was going on in the ring. So I had to make a decision. And that decision is one that allows me still to be able to walk across the street right there and have breakfast at his house. It can't be a situation where it's too late and then people are saying, oh, man, he should have stopped it. Because I wasn't going to win either way.
No, for sure. I understand.
And I'm not trying to take away from your thoughts on it. You saying you felt like I owed you 70, and I'm saying, you know what? If you had called me before that fight and you had said, should I be watching it? Should I pay my 70? I'd say, yeah, but don't bet.
No, what I meant 70 is the pay-per-view. But
I know. But did you get what I'm saying when I say, but don't bet?
I understand what you're saying.
Because
you knew things that were happening in the training camp that I'm
exactly.
not privy to. So once you saw things weren't going the way it should, you were like, I know what happened in the training camp.
Exactly.
Joel doesn't know, so I'm gonna stop the fight. I understand that perspective. I understand. But,
from that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, definitely from that perspective. And again, like I said, if you equate it to, is he rocking out the same way he rocked with Keith? Is he rocking the same way he rocked with Danny? Is he rocking the same way he rocked with Earl? Because if you thought he was in that fight and he was fighting like he fought in those fights, we going home champion that night. But this is why they call it boxing. You got to get in there and you got to prove it every time. And if you're not willing to do everything that it takes to prove it every time, then this might be the time that you have to stop.